toy to have an orgasm. Meaning like
How long they should wait?
Meaning like how long can you wait? Let me say that. Can you wait 5 minutes? Like,
it's hard.
It's really hard because them toys,
especially if you're using a toy.
Exactly.
No, I think you should start with your hands first.
No, I don't really want
to. No, you start. You have to stimulate first.
Pornhub.
You could do that with your fingers.
They got a blockage now. I don't even know how I'm gonna get on.
There's a blockage?
Yeah, said you can't get on Pornhub. Let me go back on there and see. I'm not crazy. You think I'm playing Ash?
Ash getting this. You should be taping this Ash.
What in the hell is going on?
Pornhub. No, Pornhub is really blocked?
Something is.
That goes to show last time I checked.
No, see, this is what happens when you got some things, baby. Meanwhile.
That's my phone.
Look.
That's my child calling me.
Amir?
No.
Oh.
But no, Pornhub is really blocked.
Oh my! They got a lawsuit brought 50 women, including. Come on, fuck the lawsuit. Get me through. Look.
Wait, can we introduce the podcast?
Shit.
Let me see.
Every time I get on there, I can't get on there. I need another free Pornhub. Anybody slide that into her DM?
Brought by 50
I can't
women,
get on
including
there.
Canadians.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh my God. So no more Pornhub?
I don't know more free hub.
All right. Welcome to Risk Talk with
back?
Siobhan on Siobhan. I think he's been recording, but it's all good though.
Okay, we are back. Go ahead, Siobhan. Yeah, it's not looking good.
We had a discussion about Pornhub being sued. Being sued.
Yes. For me, it's a hard thing.
I mean, I watch it. Well, I haven't watched it in a while, but I'm just saying, I'm sad too. What the fuck? Not as much as you, but
anyway.
Welcome to episode 22.
Listen to
season 2.
22. Play that number 222.
That's a good angel number. Though.
Yes, 222.
All right now. All right. Well, welcome back. We were talking about Pornhub, but the main topic of the day, since we've been gone for so long, for 2 years, I know everybody's like, what the hell? They went on a hiatus.
2 years.
2 years is a very long time. So I wanted to discuss what has changed within our lives.
Okay.
In the past 2 years as far as dating. No, you don't.
I guess that question is for me.
Yeah, question's for you. You start off, baby.
So from 2019 to 2021, as far as my dating life is concerned, nothing has changed. And
what do you mean nothing?
Nothing. I'm still right here. Nothing has changed.
But you've dated.
I've been dating for the last almost 7 years, 6.5 years. And nothing has changed, meaning nothing has progressed to anything. Nothing has blossomed to anything. It's just dating. And I wouldn't even consider it dating. It's just called, what would I say? Fuck buddies.
All right, we back on that.
Yeah,
fuck buddies.
because at this point, there's really nothing you can really take. I mean, I would want something to happen, but in the event that it doesn't, what do you do?
I mean, the whole fuck buddy thing, I don't know about that. I don't agree with it, especially at this age.
No, I don't either, but
you know, I mean, I think when you have that, it's you're settling, you know? But I mean, that goes to my next question, setting boundaries, right?
Okay.
All right. So when you're dating, you have to set boundaries.
Absolutely.
You have to have boundaries too with fuck buddies, right?
Yes.
Okay, so since you say fuck buddies, there has to be some type of boundaries. What are your boundaries?
Well, when I say sex buddies, I don't want to get like F buddies. Just sex buddies. I don't go in.
So you got more than one?
Maybe. I don't want to go into the intentions of saying that those are my intentions in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Because, of course, you date someone, you want to get to know them. You check out their qualities and stuff like that. You guys have a good time. And then one thing leads to another. And then, bam, you find yourself doing things, maybe something strange to some change. I don't know how people may do it. But that's not what my intentions are. I don't want it to end up like that. It just...
So you're conforming for what the masculine want. That's what I'm taking it.
Pretty much.
But why?
Okay, I have needs. Okay, hold up. I'm not saying that. I just have needs at the particular time, and I want to have sex. I just do. I'm sorry.
I do too, but I'm
But
just saying, like, you have to set boundaries.
you
You have to keep in mind when you're dating to collect data, right? So
okay?
it's dating for data, right?
Okay, cool.
So in that process of dating, you're figuring out, if I really like this person energy, how they operate, or you get to know them. So you're collecting data, right? And I
Absolutely.
think at some point there's a point in time in that process of dating, you're like, okay, so hey, where's this going? And you don't necessarily have to say where this going. I'll take that back because it's like people are scared when you say that. It kind of triggers people. I'm realizing that.
No, you.
But you can get in a sense of what that person wants. Like, what's your intentions? So if your intentions, if you're dating for intentions, then there's a purpose, right? You have a purpose of dating. You tell someone, my purpose for dating is, eventually meet my husband or get married or whatever,
Those are
right?
my intentions.
Right. And then you have the what they call it, the instant ability of dating, like instant. It has to be instant. Like, and that's when the passion comes in. It's just like I'm dating for passion. That those are my reasons. And a lot of times when you're dating on those terms, that shit crumble quick sometimes.
Dating for passion. That's a new one.
Right, but people date. No, there's no dating. You're missing what I'm saying. People that go on dating in those terms, as in the instant. I mean, okay, we could use Instagram. Everybody wants that. What's the word I'm looking for? Fuck it, I was saying it all day yesterday. Sheesh. Anyway, that instant gratification.
Okay, cool.
Right. So that's what people yearn for now, because you got to think about it in the society where we're living in now. You have Instagram. Everyone's, people flaunting themselves and passion and, oh, I want her. It's not even time to even get to know, ask questions, or nobody has a purpose anymore. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when people are down that path, relationship don't even last, because shit that you're supposed to find out during the whole dating of collecting data, you don't ask them fucking questions.
I'm an old-fashioned person. I like the old-fashioned way. I believe social media has taken a lot of that away from
Right.
us.
No, it has. It has. No one dates.
People go into people DMs. They just make it hard for people like me that just want to old-fashioned date.
Yeah,
Want to get to
no
know
one
you.
does that anymore.
I want to date with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really do, because these are things in my life that I want. I want that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for that. Whatever that is, I'm ready. No, I'm ready.
All right. Would you wanting sex and love
No.
sex? No, I'm just saying.
It's a need.
It's
and
a
as
need.
a female, I need it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Right. But it's just how you go about it moving forward. So what would you change?
As far as
how you were dating 2 years ago into now? What you would do differently? She gonna hate me for this shit. My phone keeps going off.
Not settling.
Okay.
Like, just not doing things just to do it, just to appease my needs and stuff like that. And when I say that, if I'm going to be committed to myself and I'm going to be focused, and if there's things in life that I want, then I'm going to have to give everything up in order for me to achieve my goal. And that means the thing.
What's the thing?
Intimacy. Sounds a little better than sex. Because you have some men out there that's just what they want. And they have to understand, that's what the fuck I want too sometimes. No more, no less. No shade. But at the particular time, it may just be a fix that I need, just at that particular moment. Mm-hmm. But that's not the way that I live. That's not the way that I like to do things. Right. I love to be in a relationship. I love to be in a committed relationship. I love to be loved the right way. I'm not out there. But,
right.
There are needs that.
I mean, things changed.
Yes.
Even if we go back 10 years or 12 years before Instagram, the concept of dating was different. It was like, you go out, you meet someone, you exchange numbers and you chat, you go on a couple of dates and you get to know them, and it's just like, oh, I like him, he's nice, whatever.
But
And
10
then
years ago, we were meeting people. People were stopping to say something to us. We were having more dialogue with a lot of different men. 10 years moving forward, this Instagram, they don't even talk no more because they figure they're going to slide into somebody's
no,
DM.
because they're satisfied with the instant gratification.
Yes.
All right, I don't have to meet no one. I can meet them right on Instagram.
Exactly.
I could send messages, and I can have a conversation and spark a dating through this,
Yes.
and be satisfied. That's how some men are.
Yep.
That's how some women are. And it's hard for women who date traditionally, where you meet someone and it's just like, if you ask a question, it's like, oh, why you asking me questions? Or why you want to get to know me? Like, what the fuck, nigga? I need to know who you are. I don't need the representative. I don't want to meet the person, because to be honest with you, they can't hold that representative up too long. That's why when you date, you collect data.
Exactly.
What I call it, what? Let's just say, just positive conversation, because you can have just a casual conversation with someone and get a lot of information out of them, about, you know what they do, or what are they into, and what they do for fun. How's your relationship with your mother? Like, oh, right, great. You could just slip those little questions. You don't have to interrogate a dude,
No.
because I'll be scared too if somebody try and interrogate me. But you can have a positive conversation and get as much information out of that person as much as you want, because you don't want to wait 6, 8, 9 months later. This nigga could be crazy. He could he could have DV cases, and like
it's easy for me to look that up. So.
I know, but I've came across people that I didn't even know was crazy, and I was just like, holy shit.
So as for me, the dating scene is just like, nothing has really changed for me. I'm still in like, hopefully moving forward, it can change. Something can progress. Maybe I find interest in someone, but they have to find the same amount of interest in me. But until then, it is what it is. I mean, it's nothing you can really do about it. I'm still in my happy space.
Yeah, but what I've learned from dating 2 years ago and now, I realized that you must state your purpose. You have to. You have to live in your truth, and be honest with the person you're dating, and saying, I'm dating for purpose. I am looking to be in a relationship. And you can say it doesn't necessarily have to be you, because
But I'm
people
dating.
get scared,
Yes.
but it's like, I'm not focused on you, but I am dating.
Question. We are dating for a purpose. So the men that we may meet
hmm
in our travels, what if they're not dating for a purpose yet? Do you say, you know what, this is not for me?
Yeah, so it's a good thing. I'm glad you mentioned
Yeah.
that, because 2 years ago, or many years ago, it could have been 5 years ago, when I was younger, I would just go with the flow,
Okay.
right? And going with the flow wasn't working.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't working at all, because then when the time hits and you're like, so where are we? And they like, what do you mean? But then they do that too, even if you tell them. But over the course of time, I felt like, let me be upfront and say, I am dating for a purpose. I am looking to get married. I do want a monogamous relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I want a partner I could travel with, have fun with, someone be my buddy, right? You have to put that up on Front Street.
Okay.
Now, if the man sit there and say, well, I want that too, then that's fine, and then you date, right? But then you have some men that will lie. They will lie. They will sit there and put on a false mask and say to you, yeah, I want that too. I just want to take my time in doing it. They'll word it differently, and it would throw you off. It would. And then you have those that would show you, and tell you, this is what I want. And that's great. But you have some people that would show it, but then don't want it. And that's the tough part.
But what about the people that say, I'm not ready for what you want, but they show it.
That's what I'm
So
talking about.
it's just
They
like,
show you, and then, but then that's when you have to make that decision to walk. You have to, because that's like fitting a fucking square in a circle. You can't fit it. If we not at the same pace of what we want, if you don't want the same thing that I want, then it doesn't make any sense to proceed. And this is where young women, to go wrong. They feel they could change a man's mind, or they can change it by having sex or doing certain things for them. No, baby. When a man is ready, a man is ready. You can't force him. You can't change his mind. There's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? The best thing to do. One thing I've learned: if a dude is moving like a snail, then you move like a rock. I ain't moving. I'm not giving you no more time. I'm not giving you none of my energy. I'm not entertaining this. I'm not putting into something that
it has to
you
be
don't
reciprocated.
want. Right. So, and that's real.
Is that because
That's
you're
real.
older now?
Yeah. See, the old me would have been like, I'll play with him. I'm tired. I don't do this shit no more.
Yeah, age plays a big part
I don't want
for
to do
me
that anymore.
in my life as far as
I know.
on the dating scene. Because I'm at a point with my life, I may like you.
Mm-hmm.
I may like spending time with you. I may love our conversation. But I can cut you off too.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean I didn't care for you, but it just means I'm protecting me. I'm protecting my heart. I'm protecting my peace.
Right.
So if you're not ready for what I want, then I'm gonna feed you with a long spoon. Okay, cool.
Easy said and done. It's
You're
very
right.
hard.
It's very hard. It's very hard. But it doesn't mean it doesn't bother me because I have a wall built up. No one has yet came this close to knocking it down because my trust issues with people are just like, really don't know.
Well, then maybe there's some shadow work that needs to be done.
Okay.
I mean, I think everyone does. I know I need shadow work. There's things that I've learned about myself this year than I didn't know about myself maybe 2 years ago. You know,
I'm glad you said that because here I am thinking, perfect Patty.
yeah, we used to call you that.
Shut up. And certain
because I wanted
terminology and the way that I act towards some of these men, when I discuss it with you, they say that I'm cold-hearted. Like I act cold-hearted now, and I don't mean to act cold-hearted. Like
Mm-hmm.
my favorite word is okay, cool, no problem.
That's
But
dismissive.
yeah, but
You're being very dismissive.
but I'm not. I say okay, cool to you too.
Yeah, and I hate the shit.
So why you don't
And
say?
look, and I ain't the nigga. I'm not the dude.
But
I hate it. You be like, okay, cool. I be like, this bitch. Would you stop with it? Okay, cool.
Okay, so
cool.
there's some word. It's some things that people has pointed out to me, and then of course she's my therapist, so I do come to her. And if it's coming from more than one person, then it's me. It's not them. So some things that I need to like work on, little kinks and stuff like that.
Don't take all.
Like no. But my personality, the way that I act now, certain things that I do, I can be very dismissive with a lot certain things. And if 2 or 3 people is telling you you're very dismissive and they don't know each other, then it's me. Even you say it, so you're 4.
Okay.
So it's just something that I need to work on. So I'm just trying to figure out how do I work on not trying to be so dismissive.
So
I act unbothered with a lot of shit.
Yeah, but
like,
you are bothered with something.
Yes.
Okay, but there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. There's nothing wrong with expressing yourself to the extent where it's like, I need you to understand where I'm coming from. So if I feel a way, or if I feel a way how you treated me, there's nothing wrong with expressing that. Like, nah, I don't like what you did the last time. Don't do that.
Don't handle me like that.
Right, don't handle me like that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's based on your delivery. It's always your delivery. Like, don't do me like that.
Within my
I don't
delivery.
like that. Would you like if I do that to you? You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that.
I've grown within that. My delivery. I'm so cool breeze now. I don't even know me sometimes. I'd be like, all right, no problem. And then I'll call you and be like, this nigga here. This nigga done lost his motherfucking mind. And my thing is to eliminate things, I just cut you off. I don't know if that's like a gift and a curse.
Yeah, it's running. I run too.
It's called like, I don't like it. Because I can dismiss you and cut you off for years like we never even met.
Yeah, but you holding that.
Yes, and that's it's
unhealthy.
it's toxic.
It's unhealthy.
And here I am like, oh, I'm in a happy space. I don't care. But I'd be like, no, that bothers me.
Yeah, she just said she was in a
I am. But if something bothers me within 2 days, I'm over it. That doesn't mean that I'm miserable.
Because we probably talked about it.
Yeah, but it's just,
and we probably
and if it bothers me, it
situation.
pinch something, a little pinch, like, this nigga don't, he done pinched a little. I don't like that feeling, so I run because I know what it feels like to be hurt, and I don't like that feeling. So I'd rather just like, I'm out of here, no problem, to protect my peace. But I could be doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, I've learned to be very expressive on how I feel, and things that I dislike. Because I realize with me is when I hold on to stuff, I have outbursts. And don't get me wrong, they come out every now and then because I just had one about a week ago. But shut up, bitch.
I'm gonna leave this for episode 93.
I try to be very open on my feelings because I hate the passive aggressive. Like I try to avoid that. Like, be passive and then just have those. I don't want to have those outbursts. So I want to discuss it. I want to get past it. But sometimes that person don't want to discuss it at that moment. That's something else that I'm learning. Like I could be in the mood to want to talk. He might not want to talk, because he's probably pissed off. So it's like space. That's fine.
I've learned that over
but you
the years.
Still have to let it out.
You're right. But I don't have to let it out when you want me to.
Right.
So you have to respect my space. So throughout the years, I've learned patience. I have that.
You always have patience. I don't have patience.
You have none. But I've learned how to protect. I had to respect people's space.
Yeah.
I've learned that to the point where it's a gift and a curse because I'll give you more space than you actually need and I'll disappear.
Right. And you're giving them the wrong message.
Yes.
And you're giving them the message that she's not really not into me. Let me back off.
But
blah, blah, blah.
I'm only giving you that space because I was the one that still...
Yeah, but you got to tell them why you're giving them that space.
But when you say you want your space, I'm just going to say, okay, respectfully, I'll give you your space. So when I'm giving you your space, in the interim, I'm thinking, you're going to come around to me. Not me come around to you. So if you don't come around to me, then a lot of space is what you needed.
Yeah. So let me ask you, because you believe in a fuck buddy.
I don't believe in it. It just happens. I don't believe in that. That's not my goals.
All right, I'm sorry.
I don't believe in that. But what I'm saying is, it happens.
All right. So you don't think having a fuck buddy can interfere with you finding something genuine, or someone who can give you what you want?
It can to a certain extent, but don't get me wrong. Say, for instance, you are a male, and then you're someone that I'm attracted to, and from time to time, we may hook up, and, we have fun. We have a good time together. Cool. But if I meet someone else along us having a good time, and if he states that he wants to be committed to me, if he wants to go to the next level with me, I'm cutting you off.
You say it like it's easy, but
it is easy now.
You can grow feelings for a fuck buddy.
You're right.
All right then. So how you handle that?
How do I listen?
Yeah, because I need to know.
Listen,
because there's no way if you listen. Some people you have a fuck buddy and you don't understand the energy that you build with that person and spiritually. And that bond, emotionally, but it's not easy to break those ties.
But it can.
It's not.
If for instance, if we're just like we're having sex and there's nothing more to it, and I know I want more, and maybe with you or someone else, but that can become very toxic. So if someone comes along, is giving me everything that I want, although I may be physically wanting to be with you and want those things, I would have to detach from you because, once again, this is what I want. And if I'm not giving it a try, because I'm entertaining you, what good is that?
All right, so
I have to cut you off.
So there's boundaries that are in play with your fuck buddy.
Exactly.
All right, what are those boundaries?
Cut off.
No,
I know.
Why are you dealing with them? Niggas said cut off. This nigga like cutting off people.
Yeah, because they cut you off in a minute. New York minute. You be like, hello? The number you have reached. You be like, this. You be calling me. This nigga don't change this motherfucking number.
what are the boundaries? Because you have to have them. You have to.
You gotta have, okay, for instance, you got to have a consistent buddy. You have consistency with buddies is like every other weekend, you guys are together, you're just doing the damn thing.
See, I don't agree with you. I don't think the fuck buddy should see you that much.
No, I don't see. No.
Oh, okay. What? You say consistency because I think it's
but
just.
But if I'm seeing you here and there, I don't. It is what it is. If I cut you off, I cut you off.
And
no
that's
problem.
a fuck buddy.
Yeah, you're right. But
yeah,
do you have needs?
Yeah, but I shouldn't see you consistently.
No.
I shouldn't spend that much time with you like that.
Because it's more than a buddy.
Right. And exactly. Then you're building
feelings.
Right.
And the disattachment becomes stronger and stronger and harder for you. So I'm going to just say for the females, I'm not going to even utilize the word F buddy. There's someone in each and every one of you phones that you can call and say, you know what, today will be the day I want to see him. And that's what it's going to be. And then it's cutoff season. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I haven't had a fuck buddy.
I'm not saying, I don't want to consider it as that type of buddy, but I'm saying there's someone in your phone, not you per se, but in the female phone that if they wanted to get it fixed, they could just call somebody, get it fixed, and don't even call them the next day, lose their number. Right or wrong?
Right. I think everyone has one of those. I think so too.
I know they do.
But it's unhealthy.
It's very unhealthy.
And you build this toxic situation with someone that's like, it's like you leave that door halfway open for them all the time. So that's why I don't believe in them. I don't. And if I do develop one in the future, you're not getting my time.
I don't want
to. The only time you getting is when that's it. We ain't having no coffee. We ain't doing no dinner. We're not doing anything. That's setting boundaries because that's protecting me as a person. Like I'm not going to give you too much time and build these emotions. And,
absolutely.
Oh, he's nice and he's sweet. And I hate when I hear women say, oh, he's so fuck the nice nigga. I don't want to hear that shit. Do you really know? Get to know. Because everybody nice in the beginning. But you're not getting my time.
I agree.
Okay? If I come over and that's what we doing, I'm fucking leaving right after. You don't get no time. You get that second, whatever minutes or whatever, and that's it. Second. I'm not saying that's what I want. Second. But I'm just saying you have to set boundaries. Then you got some second niggas out there.
Second.
I'm joking. I don't know. I'm just talking shit. Second. But no, you should set boundaries.
You should set boundaries, whether it's a buddy.
Right. Or whether you're dating.
You have to set boundaries for you.
You're supposed to.
You know? You have to protect you at all times, you know?
You have to. I think, and for yourself, but also because men are judgmental. I don't care what nobody says.
Very.
Men are very judgmental, and I'm not talking down men.
I love men.
I just heard the cameraman clear his throat.
He said like this. He said like this. I thought we had a lion in the back.
But no, men are very judgmental, and I didn't realize that until recently. Right. Yes. So I went out not too long ago, went to a friend's restaurant, had a conversation with someone.
Okay. I wasn't there.
And they were like, there's no such thing as a side bitch. And so, we just having conversation. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, there is a such thing. Like, you spend more time with one person. You're in a relationship with someone. You're supposed to be loyal and faithful to that other one. And then you go step out. That's a side bitch. Like, I don't understand. Unless everybody's side bitches. I don't know.
And they just not knowingly.
Right. But the conversation was that. It was briefly. And then we start talking about how double standard. And I'm like, I don't like the fact that there's a double standard. Men can go out there and do whatever they want, see whoever they want to see and never be judged at it, and women can't do that, and I agree there's a certain
extent.
Yeah, that you should present yourself in a very respectful manner or whatever. But what I don't like is if a man cheats, we're so forgiving. We're receptive of making things work. But if we do it, I mean, I never cheated, for the record. I never cheated in a relationship. But if a woman does it, why you had to make that face,
because
bitch?
I'm not doing nothing for the record.
You gotta be clear because there's people watching. I gotta be clear.
watching. I'm just You know,
But
a cheat is a cheat no matter what the situation
right.
is. So carry on.
So if a woman does it, a woman is not forgiven. And I feel that's wrong because the man feel that, oh, there's the emotions
Yes,
and
they
all
think
that
that women cheat
involved.
differently than
Like, not
men.
all women cheat from what I hear, because I've heard women say there was no emotions attached and they had sex with another man. So I believe there's women out there that do what they do and there's no emotions attached.
But there are some women that do cheat with their emotions.
Right.
So
but
if
I
the
don't
woman cheats with their emotions, the man is not thinking about the woman that's not cheating. They're thinking about 80% of women to them that are cheating with emotions. So if you are in a committed relationship and you decide to step out and he knows that he has been no good to you, he knows that there's a possibility he's going to lose you.
Okay.
He will lose you because we think before we cheat.
Mhm.
If we decide to step out,
Okay.
it's nothing. We have to strategize. Excuse me, I'm drinking, and
Last episode was my Invisaligns. I was slurring.
yeah, I didn't want to say that. She's that.
I took them out.
But we think about it. We think about it very hard.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do step out, it's always a plan when we come back. So you'll never know.
It's just a strategic plan. That's
It is a
all
very
it is.
good plan.
It's not my emotions and I love them. No, it's
no. If you have women
I don't know, I just feel
they love they mate 100%, but there's someone else in their ear making them feel good at this particular time because their mate are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Whether it's their mate is stepping out, whether their mate is not being they're not showing no emotions, they're not showing like they're there, they're just being very distant and stuff like that. Women need to feel it. They need to be loved. They want to feel that.
So do men.
So if it's not
Men need it
reciprocated
too.
back, I'm not saying that men don't. But if a woman feels that their man are very distant from them, for whatever reason, and you come along, you giggling, sweet talking, nothing in their ear, and if they can think about you when they're in the bed, when they're in their house, that's a problem.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
But I still, men are judgmental.
Very judgmental.
You know,
do as I say, not as I do.
Right. I think they are. You know, I think when it comes to us, when we're meeting a guy, like we'll give a guy a benefit of doubt. Like if he has a past or whatever, we'll give him a benefit of doubt, or we'll give him a chance. But if a man, meets a girl and, everybody has a history and they'll judge, right, a past, they'll judge that woman. Or they'll judge a woman that they have sex with on the first night and be like, that was like, like why? Don't be judgmental. All right, so we judge y'all too. What the fuck?
But remember when we went somewhere and the guy read me and didn't even know me?
Oh, yes.
And
what did he say? If you mind, you don't want to.
No, it's cool.
Okay.
He just said, I see you as I know you're single. He said, your shit is together. You look like you're not with none of the shits. Based upon how you appear. And men like us won't approach you. Because they stuff may not be together 100% the way they want it to be. The only ones you're going to try to talk to you is them poop putt niggas. The niggas is nothing going on for them. You notice that the men that got their stuff together, they don't really try to talk to you?
I don't believe that. I think
Not
the
all.
men that are intimidated and are insecure don't approach a woman that got their shit together.
And the ones that don't have nothing going for themselves always approach you.
Right, they ain't got nothing to lose.
Poop putt. they ain't got nothing going on. So
the poop putt.
That's what I'm saying.
Dudes.
I don't know why we intimidate people. Well, at least that's what they say. And I'm talking about...
It could be our demeanor. It could be...
My demeanor. Look, he said you don't smile. And I don't smile. He said you have
But you're funny, though.
But you don't know that until you get to know me. So if me and you walk into a place, you always like, I do. And I'm walking in there like, if I see my child in this motherfucking spot, kick their ass. So it looks like this bitch is crazy. I don't have that. And you tell me that all the time. So what he said was not wrong. It was just like, wow, you read me from for an hour. And you were 100% right because you guys tell me that all the time.
Yeah.
So he don't know me from a hole in the wall. He was right.
But I get judged too. They say I'm what's the word? Oh, she thinks she's all that, or I'm stuck up until they get to know me. They like, oh shit, she down to earth. Like I get that a lot.
I don't get the stuck up part, and I'm not just saying that because you're my niece.
But people told me that.
No, but I'm not.
People told me that. And I'm like, really? Damn.
Maybe because I know you. So
Yeah.
it's kind of different. All females get that. Or pretty ones.
I guess.
It's cool. I mean, it's nothing that I can really do.
All right, we went a little off track though.
Yeah, well, once you start talking about these niggas.
I mean, I think in dating we should always be honest.
Optimistic?
No, just honest about your situation, what you want. Living your truth.
If you're in a new relationship right now.
If I'm in a new relationship
right now. Today you're in a relationship.
Uh-huh.
Today.
Uh-huh.
What are the things that you want to discuss within your relationship that will make your relationship better?
I don't have a relationship now.
If, hypothetically speaking, I said if you were. She's not a hypothetically speaking person. If you were, like what would be some of the things that you would want to better your relationship?
Oh, communication.
Oh,
I think that's number one because I love to talk. I love to talk. Yeah, I do. Even if it's an issue, I want to discuss it. I think communication is very, very important. Loyalty. You need loyalty.
Over faithfulness?
Yeah. That's crazy. I said that. Before, I'd be like, I want nigga to be faithful, but it ain't possible, baby. It don't happen all the time.
I will prefer loyalty.
A guy ain't gonna always be faithful, but the loyalty has to be there because there's the boundaries. You know, my loyalty to her, as speaking from your man's perspective, my loyalty to her is to do what I'm supposed to do for my household, make sure she's happy, make sure that she has everything that she needs, and that I will not leave her, right? Because that's loyalty, you know. A guy could cheat. Oh, God, I'm going to get killed for this. A guy could cheat. Cheating can happen like what? If he's a serial cheater, then you got an issue, baby. Just run. But if someone cheats out of the blue, let's say for years to come or whatever, I mean, it's a cheat. But if you're building with the fucking person you're cheating with, and you're spending X amount of time and doing certain things that you're not supposed to do for that person, then we got a fucking problem. Then there's no loyalty.
Would you leave at the first cheat?
Can you pause? My son coming in. Coming.
You could actually pause that.
All right, go ahead, go upstairs. Sorry, we taping.
Are you taping?
Yes.
Come
Here.
Mom ain't got no candy. That shit is recorded right there. Make sure you don't X that out. Wrist talk. Talk at your own risk. This is real life shit. People got kids. People have kids. People have lives.
All right, go upstairs. I'm still recording. What I was saying, what I left off at.
Would you leave with the first cheat?
The first cheat? Oh, God damn it. No. I wouldn't.
Explain your reasoning for you not leaving.
I feel like
with the first cheat.
If it's the first cheat,
and you have to explain why you wouldn't.
If it's the first cheat, I would want to have a conversation with my mate.
Okay.
To see why. What was the reason?
But within that conversation within your mate has showed you nothing. So this could be like a
right. But see, that's the thing. You spark that conversation to figure out why.
Okay.
And if he doesn't have, and there's no legitimate reason.
Okay, cool.
Right? But to hear him out, and if it doesn't make sense to you, then you know this nigga just got issues. You know what I mean? If it's something that you can look within and say, damn, you know what? We haven't blah, blah, blah. Or I haven't, or certain things that I normally do, I don't do. you know, you have to hit them out. But see, this is the thing with the whole double standard shit, because we could always be open to hearing our partner out and having that conversation, but the men don't do it for us. They don't do it for us. So it's tough. But I wouldn't leave after the first cheat though. It depends. It depends on the situation.
Does it depend how the cheat is? Because I
Yeah.
always say
It
a cheat is
depends
a
on how
cheat.
to cheat. It depends on how the cheat is. Who she is. Is she random? Or is she someone that you've known? Or, you know, it matters. Damn. Fuck. Why
Where do
you
you
have to
see
ask me
yourself in the
that?
next 2 years as far as your dating life?
Dating? I don't fucking know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I've never been the type to set, like, what was that? You was
I'm
about to
here.
ask me something?
She's upstairs. The sun is here.
um, I don't know. Life is so, everything hits you by surprise. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I would hope that I'm in something exclusive. But you know, if it permits it, it happens. If it doesn't, then I mean, there's nothing I can do. But just keep doing what I'm doing.
Do you think you on like a time limit because you're getting older?
I mean, yeah, not because I'm getting older. I think I'm ready for it. You know, it's not about my age. I think I've been through a lot in certain relationships, and I've learned a lot about myself, that I know what I could really offer a person, and what I really need as an individual. Me knowing those things, then I feel like I'm ready. Um, so I don't have to do with age. I just think it has to do with my life experience and me being ready. I'm just ready, but I ain't gonna force nobody to be ready.
No, absolutely.
I mean,
You should never force
I,
anything with anyone. It should just come
yeah, I
naturally.
mean, I'm
It
not.
should just. This
So
is something that
if
you
you
want to
look,
do.
baby, if you don't see it, that's on you.
But I believe some
It's
women,
on you.
when I only said that to you,
And it's not to do with just looks. It's just to do with the
listen,
individual.
we already know
Yeah. So it's not
looks
about.
has nothing to do with
Yeah.
anything. But I only said that to you as far as age is concerned, is because some women think because they're getting older that they just start settling even more.
They can become desperate,
Yeah.
but they don't get anywhere by being desperate.
No.
No, it's sad
It
because
is.
you know what it is too, and it's the older women too. And it's the young girls. So we're the fucked up group, to be honest, because
Our
you
age group is the fucked
our
up group.
age group is we're
Yeah.
fucked. We're fucked. You
I'm
know why?
fucked.
Because we have the young girls that don't have many values,
Okay.
or they still learning, and they're part of this whole instant gratification with the men and Instagram, and oh, I do this for this, and like they're dating, their concept of dating is totally different from
Just to have
ours.
fun.
Right. So it's just that instant dating, the passion, the love, and not even love. I would just say passion and sex. You know what I mean? And they don't realize yet at this point that that shit gonna crumble, baby. And then you have the older women that been there, done that, and they don't give a shit. They settle,
Even with the young girls, right? We
they
were young
settle. And
at
then our group, it's just like,
once
fuck,
before
we
in our lives,
battling.
right? So
We in the fucking
you
rat
said,
race.
and I mean, tell me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
When you were young, you did the same thing they was doing, right?
Slightly.
I'm not saying what they was doing per se, like, but I'm just saying like they care for like a relationship, or they care to be at something serious, or they didn't really care. So it's the same thing, but it's just a different.
No, it's slightly different because I had values, regardless of what I did and how I did it. I still had values. I still had boundaries at a young age.
Okay.
So if I've dated you or dated somebody else, I was always honest about my shit, and I spoke my truth. Like, I'm dating. I'm not ready for a relationship.
Oh, okay.
But I had boundaries. There were certain things that I wouldn't do. There were certain things that I wouldn't do. And that's what it is. These girls don't have values.
You're right. I was in a relationship.
They doing
through
any
my
and everything, right?
whole
So you don't know.
teenage years and up until a point in my life when I was already in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have the chance to like do the running around
Right.
and the ripping and running. I can't even run now because my mega knees ain't working for me.
Her mega knees.
It ain't working.
No, we were partying the other day. That's why.
So I really don't. Me per se,
Mm-hmm.
I would consider myself a homebody.
Okay.
You know, I like to be home. I don't mind being home. I like to cook and do shit like that. I'm a social butterfly. I'm not doing it because I got it. If I have a man, I just like to do it. I like to entertain people. You know, if you know me, that's what I like to do. I can't be out there.
No, you're not
It
supposed
doesn't
to.
work for me.
You're
It didn't
not.
work for me when I was
You're
younger.
not.
It's not working for me as I get older. You know, it's just I'm a snail right now. It's like really slow for me, and
That's
it
fine.
surprises
though.
me at times. And I be like, because you know your life expectations. You be like, oh, when I get this age, I'm gonna have this. When I get this age, I'll be married.
You know, I was
When
never that person.
I was.
I
I've always
wasn't.
like planned
I
my
was
whole
never that
life.
person. The only thing I planned like that was education. That was
I
it.
planned everything in
Education,
life.
job. That's it. When it
I'm a
came
planner, you
to
know that.
relationships, I didn't.
I'll talk about
I
something
think that's
7 to
probably why
8
I'm going
months
through it now.
in advance, and you used to be like, bitch. You know that shit? I'd be like, no, because I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to plan this and we're going to do this. And then it's going to be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then nothing that I planned for me is happening the way I designed it. Nothing.
But I want to go over just a quick few things before we close out in regards to dating for data, you know, even for the youth and women our age, you know, some women don't know. But I think there's some steps that you should know when it comes to dating. Like when you're dating, you're supposed to ask questions. You know, they're friendly questions. You don't have to interrogate them. You ask questions you don't know until you ask. Again, people put on false masks. They present their representative and you know, a few months later down the line, they Jacqueline high and you fucked, you know. That's one thing. And also your intuition. Never disregard your intuition. I think it's very important because one thing for sure, a man can lie to your mental, but he can't lie to your intuition. So if you feel like, oh, my intuition, I didn't feel right. Like it was something about him, girl, listen to it. Listen to it. I think it's very important because you know deep down inside that person energy when you're out on a date with them or you're interacting with them, you know. So don't ignore that. The third thing I want to say is comparable intelligence. I think intelligence is very important. If I can have an intellectual conversation with you, you need someone that's going to stimulate you mentally. Because you got to keep in mind, you be in relationships with guys and time go on and you want to have a serious fucking conversation. And he be like, you know what I'm saying? And what I said. And then you be like, nigga. I don't want to have this talk.
You make a swimps.
I can't even.
You make a swimps tonight.
I can't even have an intellectual conversation with you. That's a problem. If you can't have it in the beginning, baby, you're not going to have it at the end.
Nope.
Walk away. Seriously. Oh, the fourth thing. I feel like this thing is coming off. The fourth thing, you guys have to be on the same page. You guys have to have the same interests, mutual interests, you know, wanting the same thing or have some comparable, you know, interests with different things. Like, you know, if y'all work out together or anything you can find that y'all, or even wanting the same thing as far as a committed relationship or being exclusive, that has to be on a plain level field. If that's what you guys want, then that's something you can work towards.
Question before we close out. What if you're ready for the next move in your life and the man you're dating tells you he's not ready as of yet? Do you wait?
I feel like you asked me this question earlier. I feel like I'm a.
Do you wait?
It depends.
He has good goals. His potentials is good. The conversation is great. The sex is amazing. His aspiration is amazing. He has ambition. He's doing everything that you would want your model man or husband to be like.
All right, no one's perfect.
No one is perfect because I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But he has all of these good things with him, all these good characteristics. But today is January. You ready? He's not ready until December.
All right, I've experienced this.
You let him go in March, but December he's like, I'm ready for this. I'm ready. But I'm just not ready right now. Do you wait?
I've been in that situation, and it's funny you asked me. I've been
It's
in that
funny I
situation,
asked.
right? I've been in that situation, and I waited till I couldn't wait anymore. Um, and it's not to put a timeline on it. I don't know. Maybe
It's
because
hard.
I'm very intuitive with things, so it was just like I just felt like no, it ain't right. It ain't right. Like, but I tried.
And
And I kept trying, and then, I mean, it's the
I'm only asking you
communication.
that because I have
It's
not been there yet.
Yeah, it's
So
very
I'm just
hard because
asking.
it's like you want what you want, and it's not like you're being selfish, but it's like you want to make sure like you have that mutual interest or understanding of what's at the end of the tunnel,
Okay.
right? So give me something to hold on to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if your intentions are great,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, you do want this, it could be I'm working on this. So when I get this done,
Okay.
then I can be the man you want me to be. Communicate that to me.
Communication. It goes back to
Right. So,
communication.
but if you don't give me that and I'm just still more confused, then what the fuck?
You're not giving me enough to hold
You're
on to
not giving
nothing.
me enough to hold on
Okay.
to. So that if that person gives you enough to hold on to and say, listen, I'm not in the place I want to be. I need to do this. I need to do that. All right. And then you may have to set boundaries. You may have to set boundaries as in because I have to protect my heart, and I don't want you to keep putting in
And
and
you're not
you're
getting
not
nothing out.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you have to reciprocate. It's a give and take in relationship. And you have to be vulnerable. If a person's not vulnerable and not communicating, then what do you have?
I'm only asking you these questions because
You don't
I
really.
too one day hope to be in certain situations. So you my go-to.
I don't know. But those are the main things. And I think to add on to that, I mean, I believe when you meet someone and you're dating someone, if that person can be an inspiration to you, that's important too. Invest in one another, like, I
Support
think
your
that's
goals. Support
yeah.
your dreams.
I think that's dope. But yeah, ladies, don't be settling.
It's no good. No
Listen, if you're gonna
bueno.
have a fuck buddy, set some damn boundaries. Shit. Don't give them too much of your damn time. Cause then you get emotionally wrapped up. Keep it just the way it is, and that's it until a man makes a move. If a man makes a move and say, listen, this is what I want, then that's what it is. If he ain't doing that, keep it pushing, keep it moving. That's how I look at it. I could be wrong. That's just my opinion.
No, it's fine.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect because we all go through this. We have to reevaluate and reflect and be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I've been there. But dog it, that was a good little episode.
Yeah. Oh my God. I could be hot that rabbit a little bit.
Oh man, but that was good though. I'm going to post probably, I don't know, very late on this week, to ask the audience, what topics you want us to discuss. We need more content. We want to engage with our audience.
More with the audience, yes.
Send any questions, we're open to it. But we're gonna try to keep this going. And
even if you want your questions to be anonymous.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to, just tell us. I don't think we would name them anyway.
No, we wouldn't.
Yeah, we just discuss it.
But the last episode we did name those who wanted to be named, so that's what I'm saying.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, because they said that they was okay. They was okay with that, which is fine.
One or two. But yeah, that was good though. No, I think if you're dating, you have to collect data. Definitely do it.
Yes.
Ask questions. Don't interrogate the guy or interrogate the woman. Just friendly conversation.
Your delivery.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's your delivery.
Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. We love you. We're back.
And Rich Talk. Next episode, we're going to talk about toys. It's getting cold. I don't care. Toys.
Oh, God.
I love you guys.
Bye.